Hello everyone, welcome to NASCAR News Kid. People are going to have mixed opinions about this race, and we'll talk about why. We'll get to the results recap and an overall review and analysis for the whole race. But before we get to that, I want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already to our channel. Thank you to all you channel supporters. You guys are the absolute best supporters I could ever have. Anyway, let's get right to the recap here. So Chase Elliott won the pole because qualifying was set by the rule book due to qualifying and practice being rained out. So that meant no one had been on track, not even together. So what that meant, there was a lot of unknown. And Chase Elliott would lead the field to green. Briscoe would take the lead early, but Elliott would take it back and lead till the competition caution. He'd lead the field back to green after pitting out, exiting the pits first and entering first. He'd lead the field to green and go on to pick up stage number 1. But he was pretty close because AJ Allmendinger and Eric Jones were having tire issues towards the end of the stage, which was probably going to make things interesting, but they were able to save it, so good job by them handling it and keeping it from hitting the wall and spinning. And, yeah, tire issues, yeah, we'll talk about more about that later. But Chase Elliott would win the stage. He'd come into the pits first and exit after the stage. Starting stage 2, he'd lead the field to green. And then there'd be a huge long run. And fun fact, before you keep talking about the rest of the race, Hendrick and JGR had all 4 cars in the top 8. So all 4 of Hendrick cars, all 4 of JGR cars in the top 8 at one point altogether. It was pretty cool to see. That was the definition of two good teams, the 2 best NASCAR teams in the garage. Then, while that long run was going on, a green flag cycle would happen. Chase Elliott would have a jack issue in the pits, and he would lose the lead after the cycle. Denny Hamlin would cycle to the lead, though it wasn't really the lead at the time. But Christopher Bell would pass Denny Hamlin. And the reason why, Ty Dillon arrow blocking Denny Hamlin because he wanted to chase off John Nemechek, try to catch him, and that was for the bracket challenge. So Ty Dillon was fighting for himself, Denny Hamlin fighting for the lead, Ty Dillon fighting for the bracket challenge, trying to go for $1 million. We'll get to if he did a little later, but that, and Denny Hamlin was very frustrated because Christopher Bell was able to make it by Denny Hamlin and Ty Dillon, I believe so. So, yeah, Hamlin wasn't too happy with that, and Christopher Bell would win stage number 2. He would pit in first and out first of the pits for Christopher Bell. He'd lead the field to green, and it wouldn't last long, him in the lead. A caution would fly, and it'd be because Christopher Bell would spin himself out on the inside of Chase Elliott, and, yeah, he'd spin out. No contact, so that's a plus. The race isn't over for him yet. More on that a little later, but Chase Elliott would lead the field to green. And rain may be coming. Crew chiefs. Bubba Wallace is crew chief. Already the first one notifying him that rain could be coming. And he was indeed right. Because the pit cycle would begin before the rain. Chase Elliott would start the pit cycle and cycle to the lead. But a caution on lap 338 for weather. That was for the rain. 2 cars stayed on the track. Christopher Bell, who just spun and got new tires, and Austin Dillon, who stayed out as well. And the pits would open. I mean, it was a mess. Drivers taking the wave around, drivers trying to pit, stay out, and the pits would open. Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Larson, Bowman, and Elliott would pit. Denny Hamlin, the only driver on the lead lap, would stay out. I mean, 6 or 7 cars on the lead lap at that point. That's what happens when a driver who stays out and runs long at pit cycle. That's what happens. Tons of people are lapped down, and it's a huge mess. And then Denny Hamlin would lead the field to green. Bell would keep trying to pass Hamlin on a long run. the aero blocking was the whole reason for that. Bell on new tires could not get by Hamlin, and aero blocking was the reason. And the narrow racetrack, and the grip. Yeah. And that would keep going on until a caution with 17 laps to go. Yes, 17 laps to go. And that would be for Ross Chastain hitting the wall with some pretty bad contact. And the rain would start falling during that caution, so we'd put him back on pit road. And red flag for 56 minutes. They would go back racing. Drivers would be called back to their cars after 56 minutes of a rain delay, which wasn't that bad for other rain delays we've seen in NASCAR in the past. But they would get back going. Most would stay out during the, I guess, restack of the field. Ryan Blaney, a few guys trying to take risks. Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Chase Briscoe, and a few others from the back of the pack would pit, try to get some tires, some taking 2, some taking 4. And Hamlin would lead the field to green. But it wouldn't be the, I guess, green flag he would want, because it wouldn't last that long. A caution for Christopher Bell. Bell on the front row, once again battling for the lead with Denny Hamlin, going for the lead. He spins himself at turn 4 on the same lap they went green, and a pretty decently small pileup from crashes we've seen in Dover. But Bell would spin, no contact yet again, but Byron and Gregson, a part of that, would also get some contact, and some pretty big damage. I believe that would end both of their days. Byron was having a solid day, so pretty disappointing by him. Very few would pit from the back once again. After that caution, Hamlin would lead the green on the outside of Kyle Larson, who was on the inside row for the restart. I'm saying the stage here. Chase Elliott on behind Larson on the inside, and Chase Briscoe, a driver who pitted, took 2 tires, I believe. He pitted, at least. He went up on the outside, probably gained, like, 5 spots on the restart, and, now he's in the scene for the win. They would go green, but it wouldn't last long, because Denny Hamlin would get away. Chase Briscoe tried. He got to second on that restart, but another caution. Zane Smith crashes on the backstretch before the white flag. I was so glad they threw that caution, because, I'm a Chase Briscoe fan. But even then, on the restart, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe. Briscoe tried everything. Side drafting, Briscoe had better tires, maybe not the best car, better car than Hamlin, but he tried to stay up there, but just did not have the same pace and the defense and aero blocking that Hamlin did. So, good job by Denny Hamlin. Also, the grip and, the side drafting, so good skill by Denny Hamlin. Veteran moves there with the side drafting. So good job. Denny Hamlin picks up the win. I believe his 58th career win overall in his career. His 3rd at Dover, so good job by him. Overall, great day. Let's get to results here. Denny Hamlin finishes the race P1. So good job by him. 2nd for Chase Briscoe. Really solid effort. Shout out to him. Great job in that 19 car. Gave it all, but wanted to make sure a JGR car got to victory lane. Good sportsmanship right there. 3rd for Alex Bowman. Pretty quiet. Had a solid effort. Good job by him. No surprise at all. He has won at Dover before in the Cup level. 4th for Kyle Larson. This is the Larson we're used to seeing, so good job by him. Good rebound, started pretty deep in the field due to the metric, combining your previous week finish and your standing, so he started pretty deep in the field as he has had a slump this season. So Kyle Larson, P4, good job by him. Seeing the normal Kyle Larson once again, it's good to see. 5th for Ty Gibbs, great job, wins his in-season matchup. We'll get to that a little later. 6th for Chase Elliott, good job by him, got some got a good amount of points, and I picked him for our 36-436. We'll get to that in a moment. 7th for Bubba Wallace, decent day for him, pitted there. 8th for Blaney, another driver who pitted, good job for him. 8th. 9th for Buescher, 10th for Keselowski, 11th for Busch. Finally a solid day where he doesn't spin himself out. Good job by Kyle Busch. Again, kind of seeing Kyle Busch come back again. Maybe he'll be like Larson again, and we'll see him normally winning again, or running good at least again. 12th for Tyler Reddick, 13th for McDowell, 14th for Joey Logano, and 15th for Austin Dillon, who got lucky with that caution when he stayed out in the final pit cycle. 18th for Bell, spun himself out twice. No contact, so decent by him, I guess. Not a DNF, so it's better than no points and a DNF. So good job by him in 18th. 19th for Ryan Preece, really solid day. RFK had a quiet but solid day, all in the top 20. So good job by them. 20th for Ty Dillon, moves on in the in-season tournament. We'll get to that by one position. John Nemechek finishes 21st. 29th for Cole Custer, I bring him up because that is my brother's 36-436 pick. 30th for SVG, 31st for William Byron. And by the way, I want to touch on SVG for a second. He was having, like, tire issues or something. Good job by him notifying the crew that early in the race. The early going, like, first 10 laps, he was having tire issues. Started, like, 6th. So good job by him notifying them, but still a solid effort. Good job by him. Really impressed me. And probably many other people in notifying his crew, knowing it was a tire issue. So good job by him. If he ran another lap, probably would have been in the fence and a DNF. So good job by him. 31st for William Byron. Drivers who had problems basically from here on out in the results. 32nd for Gregson. 33rd for Chastain. 34th for J.J. Yaley. 35th for Carson Hocevar. 36th for Cody Ware, and 37th for AJ Allmendinger. So, overall, I'd say a great race. TNT was kind of iffy. I do want to mention they had a mistake when they were going through the lineup, put JJ Yaley's face for SVG's face, so just something I wanted to touch on. Probably their only mistake all day. But yeah, just wanted to mention TNT for a quick second. Now, 36-436. I picked Chase Elliott. I got 48 points, so good job by me. My brother picked Cole Custer and got 8 points. So I gained 40 points on my brother. I am now probably like 56 points behind him. So good job by me. I gained 40 points. I was 96 coming in, so now I am 56 points behind him. So a huge gap gain, but still some points to gain. Anyway, the moment for many of you, you've all been waiting for. If you stuck around to the end, I thank you. But let's get to the bracket here. Tyler Reddick versus Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs will move on. And Ty Dillon versus John Nemechek. Probably the most stared at matchup all day. And Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon takes this one. So the field is set. The two-car field is set. Not to mess you up or anything, but the two-car matchup, the final round, the champions round at Indianapolis. Who will take it? The underdog Ty Dillon or Ty Gibbs? It will be interesting to see. And I'm not even going to say anything who I am picking, because Ty Dillon is just beating everyone, which is crazy. And Ty Gibbs is probably the favorite. But now Ty Dillon is probably, because he's beating everyone. But yeah, that is your set matchup for Indianapolis. Who will win the $1 million? Tune in on Sunday. And then come back here after the race to check our review and analysis video. Sorry we did not get the 36-436 short out, but we did get it on the community section of our channel. But yeah, that will do it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you stayed to the end, I thank you. Thank you to all the channel supporters once again, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.